Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to Fight Rant. This is my boy over here, Franklin, aka Potelu, and you know me, I'm Frank GI, whatever you want to call me, Cisco. Lee is not here today. He's out and about, taking some time off so he can make his moves and stuff. We're gonna kick it off with some really exciting stuff coming up tomorrow. We have also Friday and Saturday. Just fights galore. Franklin, let us know what's going on.
Fight combat sports extravaganza.
Yep.
Yeah. We have three nights of great fight cards leading up to the mega event of UFC 200. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a great 3 days, three straight days of great fights.
Man, I tell you what, you can't complain. You can't complain if you're an MMA fan or a combat sports fan. You cannot complain this week. If you didn't take the days off, then sorry, you missed it. If you didn't, and then you have some time to get home and get ready and set up your DraftKings. So first thing we got is what, Franklin?
We're gonna start off with the UFC Fight Pass card with the main event, the championship fight of Rafael dos Santos versus Eddie Alvarez. We're gonna go through a couple of fights here and talk about them, our picks and whatnot. We're not gonna go through every single one because it's about 15 fights and there's about 3 nights of fights.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hit the heavy hitters per se.
Yeah,
I mean, start off with John Makdessi versus Medai Baghdad. That should be a good fight right there. I've caught a couple of fights from both of these guys. These guys are great strikers, both. Makdessi's a great kickboxer, Muay Thai guy. Baghdad's another great striker. This should be a very good match here. I am willing to go with Baghdad on this one. He had the reach, and I don't know, I just see him winning this fight for whatever reason. I see him taking this fight like a second round knockout. But it should be a great fight right from the get-go. These guys like to go out and bang and go for it. Should be great. Should be a good one. Who do you think's taking that one?
Yeah, I really like the Sultan on this one too. I mean, he's got the reach going for him, in both height and in distance. Now, I think that John, the Bull, his best strategy is probably going to be to come inside and try to take it down to the ground, because of the reach that Baghdad's going to have. So I'm going to go with Baghdad on this one. I can't tell you for certain if it's going to be a knockout fight. If it is, it's probably going to be on Baghdad's side. I think it's going to be a decision win by Baghdad. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Saying the next one up that we're going to talk about here is Mike Pyle versus Alberto Mina. Another freaking good one. Mike Pyle, veteran. He's up there in age, but goddamn, he'll come in and bang. And he's smart, man. Alberto Mina is he's a real good fighter. 12-0, undefeated from Brazil. Height, same, pretty much. I don't know. This it looks like a tough one here.
Yeah.
I have to roll with my boy Mike Pyle though. I always root for the guy. But it's a hard one there. I mean, he could lose this one, but I'm rolling with Mike Pyle on this one. I believe it goes third round stoppage. I think Pyle catches him with something and finishes the fight with some ground and pound. I see him taking this one though. I'm not gonna root against my guy there. Who do you think takes this one?
I'm gonna go for MMA's SOG, which is Alberto Mina, the Soldier of God. I'm gonna go with him, and I'm thinking he's gonna get a submission at the third round.
All right. And next fight up, Joe Duffy versus Mitch Clark. just straight out, I just think Joe Duffy takes it. I just think he's a better fighter, more technical, better boxing. I don't see him losing this fight. Second round stoppage for me. That's what I see happening there.
I actually think this one's gonna be a harder fight than what you might think it is, because Mitch Clark's ground game is a little better than Joe Duffy's. Joe Duffy's more of a knockout fighter, a stand-up fighter. I think this is gonna go to a third round, and I'm gonna go with Duffy. I think Duffy's gonna get a stoppage on the third round.
All right. Next fight up, Alan Jouban versus Bilal Muhammad. I'm rolling with Alan Jouban. I think he's going to come back with vengeance, I feel. He's lost a couple also lately. He hasn't been looking the same. But I think he comes back with vengeance and gets this one. First round knockout. That's what first round knockout or TKO stoppage. I see Alan taking this one. He's due for a win.
The most interesting thing about this fight is that if this turns out to be a knockout of the night by Jouban, the Brahma, we will remember Bilal Muhammad's nickname, which is "Remember the Name." So hopefully does not get. Hopefully this does not become one of those where it's like, yo, I do remember him. He's the guy that his nickname was "Remember the Name," and he got knocked out, and it was knockout of the night. So I'm gonna go with the Brahma Bull, Alan Jouban on this one. I'll probably say I'm gonna push it and say a early second round knockout.
Okay. And then the co-main event for this fight, for this card here, Roy Nelson, my boy Big Country Roy Nelson, versus Derek Lewis,
the Black Beast.
The Black Beast. Man, this is a good one. This is a good one. Roy Nelson, freaking Iron Chin, has only been laid out by freaking Mark Hunt, like the hardest hitter in heavyweight. And that was surprising. Versus Derek Lewis, another freaking animal that freaking hits you like a sledgehammer, bro. This is a good one, man. This is gonna be a slobber knocker. Man, I'd be surprised if it actually goes. I wouldn't say past the first, but I'd be surprised if it goes past the second round. This is a good one. And I like Derek Lewis too. God damn it, I don't know who the heck to pick here, but I can't flip with my guy Big Country. I'm rolling Big Country, catching him with that crazy haymaker overhand right in the 3 minutes into the first round. I'm rolling with Roy on this one. Man, this should be a good one.
I really like Big Country, but I'm really gonna go with the Black Beast. I mean, this guy's accuracy is ridiculous. For his size, he's a powerhouse too. He's got 93% KO TKO. That's his percentage, and that means that 93% of the time he's gonna knock your ass out. So and then his reach is 79 to 72. That's if he doesn't take advantage of it in this fight, then I don't know what his future is gonna be like. Because this will be one of those. The blue book, the blueprint. If he loses to Roy Nelson, because you have the reach, you have the power. This is your chance to show, give a good show against a great fighter like Roy Nelson. So I'm gonna shoot for you, Derek Lewis, and I'm gonna go with a late second round knockout.
I mean, if Derek Lewis pulls this off, it's going to catapult him. It is going to catapult him.
Yeah, this is his chance. Yeah.
All right, so the main event, Rafael dos Anjos versus Eddie Alvarez. I don't know, Eddie Alvarez, the best I've ever seen him was against Michael Chandler in Bellator. Those are the best fights I ever saw. He came in to UFC. He had that first fight versus Cowboy Cerrone, I believe it was. And it was a good fight. They went at it. Then after that, he's kind of gone into like grinding, just wrestling, grinding, wrestling, boring style. I don't see him beating Rafael dos Anjos. I don't know. I just think Rafael dos Anjos, as of right now, I feel like he's hit his prime. Yeah, everything's clicking. Yeah, better striking. I think he's stronger also. I'd be surprised if Eddie wins this. I don't even think that he makes it past the third round. I think it'll be a third round stoppage, either TKO stoppage or submission by Rafael dos Anjos. I don't see him beating dos Anjos.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's Eddie's gonna be. That's gonna be his game plan too. Is gonna be to take it to the ground, which I don't think is gonna be his best plan against dos Anjos. He's very good on the ground as well. Yeah, and I think what dos Anjos is really gonna concentrate on is probably his power. He's gonna try and work his power, his stand up. Just because of the the competition that he has ahead of him. These future fighters are tough fighters. Now you rarely see submissions now unless we're looking at the prelims. These guys just want to stand up and brawl and go at it and show you who's the most powerful. So him holding the belt, he's gonna have to step his game up on his stand up. And I think he's gonna try and use it now to show off, that he's also got that kind of power standing up. So I'm gonna go with Rafael dos Anjos. I'm gonna also go with a second round knockout.
And dos Anjos, he's also a lot faster. Faster on the feet, faster with the takedowns, faster with the striking. I believe, to me, he has a power advantage also. It'd be very rare if Eddie Alvarez pulls this one off. I'm rooting for Rafael dos Anjos on this one. Yeah, I think he takes this.
Yeah, and I mean,
next card now.
There's a lot of other good fights in that. There's some the preliminaries on there, pre-prelims. We got about 6 other fights there. If you guys want to check it out, just go on to UFC.com, check up the lineup, and hey, just make your best bets on the DraftKings. That's what we figured would be our picks for DraftKings and who we thought would win that on tomorrow. What time does it start? Do you know?
On Thursday. Give me 1 second. Let me double check again.
So glad it's Thursday too.
Doesn't say if that's 10 p.m. Eastern time or Pacific time. Give me 1 second. It says UFC Fight Pass 10 p.m. 7 p.m. I'm assuming that's 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time. I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. Yep.
That's when it starts there, the main card there.
All right, so
the other one here.
So then from there we have we go into Friday, and that's where the Ultimate Fighter finale starts.
Finale. Oh yes, another great card.
Yeah,
so everybody knows.
This was a great show. I gave it a chance. I started catching up on my MMA knowledge here, and I started watching the Ultimate Fighter from the beginning. I'm up to season 5 right now. I just finished watching Nate Diaz's his win, and then I saw as well what's his name, oh man, who was it that I saw fighting today? It was Nate Diaz, and he won the Ultimate Fighter, and it was because
BJ10 versus
it was
versus his nemesis.
Sounds Pulver. Jans Pulver, yeah. Jans Pulver, yeah, and that was a great show. Yeah, it was a really good show. I had to stop there and catch up to the Ultimate Fighter now, just because we have this going on Friday. It's also been a great show. Very good fighters, up and coming fighters in this episode in this season. So it's come down to Friday night where Claudia and JJ are gonna go at it. Let's start off with the prelims.
Yeah, let's start off. I'm gonna start off with pretty much the heavy hitter, same as the last part there, because it's just too many fights.
Yeah.
But I'm starting with John Moraga versus Matthews Nicolau. This should be a good fight. Both top-notch fighters there. But I think John Moraga's on another level. John Moraga, I see him winning that fight, and actually pretty easily. I just think he's a level above Matthews. I'd say that third round stoppage, and if it goes to decision, it will most likely be all 3 rounds for John Moraga. He has good boxing, he has good kickboxing, his takedown defense is decent. I just think he's a level above for Matthews there.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with John Moraga too. I think he's gonna get a submission on this one. It'll probably be late in the second, and he'll take Nikolai down and get him on a submission hold. I
can see him rocking him and then go for the submission. Yeah. All right, next fight, Gray Maynard versus Fernando Bruno.
Yeah.
This is a fight pretty much because Gray Maynard used to be an animal beast. He hasn't been the same anymore. His chin is not the same. He can't take a shot anymore the same way.
Yeah, he's probably gonna want to go to the ground on this one.
Yeah, I guess ground and pound him, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I
messed up to say because I like Gray Maynard, man. He's been in some crazy wars, especially with I believe it was Frankie Edgar. Yeah, it was Frankie Edgar. He had some great freaking wars with dropped Frankie Edgar. Edgar came back up, dropped him. Just crazy great fights.
Yeah.
That's what most folks know him from, or remember him from those fights there. I just feel like he's on his way down. I actually see. I wouldn't be surprised if Fernando knocks him out the first round. I'm rolling with Fernando on this one.
Me too. I think Fernando's gonna. Hopefully, he plays it smart and tries to avoid the ground work with Maynard, because Maynard's really good in his groundwork. And being that he's having some trouble on his stand-up, he's gonna want to take it to the ground, and Fernando can take advantage of that and just ground and pound him after if it gets him in the right place at the right time. So I'm probably gonna go with the. I think it's gonna take a little while for him to do it. If you know what, I don't even see him knocking him out or getting a TKO on this. I think it's gonna be a decision fight. Actually, I think Fernando Bruno is gonna win it by decision.
Okay. Funny you're talking about decisions. Next fight coming up is Joaquin Silva versus Andrew Holbrook.
Yeah.
That one, for whatever reason, I just see this going to a decision.
Oh yeah.
I have Andrew Holbrook taking that one decision, but I see it being a close fight, back and forth, barn burner, kind of canceling each other out in some ways. I have no idea why. I just see this fight going pretty much all 3 rounds, and I have Andrew edging him out in that fight there. It should be a good one, though.
I have it the same way. I think Andrew's gonna get it by decision as well. It's gonna be a chess game, and they're gonna just sprawl with each other and work, and it's just gonna come down to who scored what.
Next fight up, Duho Choi versus Thiago Tavares. This one, I just think Thiago wins this one. I think he takes this in the first round by submission or knockout. Duho Choi, I don't feel he's at that level there. He might surprise me. I mean, this is MMA. So many things can go wrong.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking hard to pick him sometimes, but that's just how I see this one playing out. I don't see Choi winning this one. But I mean, I could be wrong. I don't see him on this one at all. I see first round Thiago takes this knockout, TKO, stoppage, or submission first round.
I think I'm gonna push the envelope here, and I'm gonna go with Choi. I think he's gonna be the underdog, the dark horse in this fight, and he's gonna get the win If not by third round, TKO, by decision.
Okay. I mean, like I said, it's MMA, man. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean,
Happen.
he's a really accurate puncher, and his KO percentage is pretty high.
Okay. Next fight up. This is the co-main event. Great fight. Interesting fight. This is Ross Pearson. Everybody knows UFC vet. Great fighter.
The
Great
real
striking, good boxing. Just great all-around MMA fighter. He's gotten shafted a couple of times. Even when he fought Diego Sanchez got a freaking gift from, I guess because he was in his hometown, and hometown judges, I'm assuming he had gotten a gift. Ross Pearson, I believe, won that fight, and he's got the short end of the stick on a couple of fights actually. His record should be a lot better to me, I believe, personally. Great fighter, can knock your head right off. He's just a good fighter overall. Will Brooks, this is interesting because he was not happy in Bellator. They weren't pushing him. They weren't promoting him. He wanted out. He was let go while he was champion. This was the lightweight champion in Bellator. He left Bellator while champion. He beat Michael Chandler twice actually. He's a great fighter. This is where the if comes in. The big show, the Octagon jitters. This is the first time, his first fight, and he's gonna be co-maining an event on Fox Sports. I wonder if he's gonna perform like he usually performs. If he doesn't, this is gonna be a hard one. I'm gonna say how I feel first. If he doesn't perform like I think he performed at pretty much at his top level, just Will Brooks that we've always seen. If he doesn't perform like that, Ross Pearson is gonna take it. I feel he'll take it. Might even finish it.
Yeah.
Most likely though, decision. If Will Brooks comes in and he doesn't have the jitters, it'll be a great fight. I see it probably back and forth, but I think Will Brooks will take it. Will Brooks is a great fighter, man. That's just how I'm seeing it. It's interesting. This is his first fight with the UFC. I believe he just got signed like about a month ago or something like that. He's been through a tough road also. The things he's had to go through, man. He was homeless, living in his car, contemplating suicide. He ran into a highway. And some woman supposedly ran up to him and was like, "What are you doing? Are you crazy?" And that's what snapped him out of it. He was like in a real dark place before and all that. I wish him the best. If it's the Will Brooks with no jitters, no octagon jitters or anything like that, he's taking it, man. He's gone through a tough road to get where he's at. He felt like Bellator wasn't pushing him, and let's see what happens. I like both of these guys, but hopefully Will, man, hopefully Will wins this and he gets promoted even more and he gets this. He moves up for his title shot. I mean, he was a champion when he left Bellator. Who do you have winning that fight?
That's gonna be a tough fight as well. I really like Ross Pearson, Will Brooks. They both have great stories behind them. I really think it's gonna go over to Ross Pearson getting a TKO on the end of the third round.
It can happen.
I think they're gonna tire. They're gonna tire each other out. Because this is gonna be a barn burner. They're gonna itch and scratch and beat the crap out of each other until they can't anymore. And someone's gotta end up on top. And I think it's gonna be Ross Pearson just because of his toughness.
He is a tough son of a gun, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the main event, man. This is our girl, JJ, but we also like Claudia Gadelha. This is a great fight, man. This is pretty much top-notch women's MMA combat sports. They're freaking top-notch. Joanna, JJ, multiple-time Muay Thai champion. one of the very few Muay Thai champs that has great hands. She has great boxing, which makes her freaking. I feel like freaking a level above all women's pretty. I even think she's a level above Holly Holmes. And Holly Holmes is a 19-time freaking boxing champion. But JJ is freaking nasty.
Yeah.
It should be a good one though, because Claudia is just a freaking athlete. You can see her body. She's a freak athlete. She's good all around. First fight, a lot of folks thought that Claudia won it. It was a close fight. But for whatever reason, I feel I like them both. I'm a big JJ fan also, but I like them both. But for whatever reason, I feel like, I mean, Claudia has gotten better. I feel JJ has also gotten a lot better. And I feel that her takedown defense has gotten a lot better. And her striking is top notch. I see JJ winning this by third round TKO stoppage. Just lightning her face up. That's how I see it going. What do you thinking about? You laughing over there?
I'm just thinking about. I don't know. I just because I've been watching the show and I'm looking at Claudia, and Claudia's destroyed JJ. JJ's team has gotten whooped left and right. It's been crazy.
JJ's been coming off bad in the show too. They've been talking about supposedly she's been losing some fans and stuff because she looks like a little bully or something like that, like a sore loser.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's interesting. I'm still a JJ fan, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, I love JJ. I'm not sure exactly who's gonna get this, but I really like Claudia just because and that's exactly it, because of the show. You watch the show and you see that there's a difference between the two. JJ is very, very confident in herself, and she knows that she can, outperform mostly anybody. To her, she can beat anyone, which she has been doing. But Claudia, she's not an easy opponent, and she's just getting tougher and tougher. So I'm gonna go with Claudia on this one, and that way as well. When we get here and we start watching the fights together, we'll have something to argue about. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go against my girl JJ. I know she's not gonna have any hard feelings. She just knows that it's gonna be a push for her to do what she does best, and that's destroy people. But I do think Claudia has a chance of beating her, and if she does, it's gonna become around the end of the second round.
Wow, I would never thought I would have seen you go against your girl JJ. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love JJ, but
Claudia grew on you with the show, right?
She did grow on me, and I think that's what a lot of the fans have felt as well, that she. You kind of like those fighters that they have a pride to themselves, but also to the team. It's a great team player, and she understands that you're there to become the champion, but there's also a certain level where you should be when you're a champion, and how you should come about towards everybody else. And that's where JJ kind of loses that, because she's so cocky and she's like she's the boss. But we'll see.
Extreme. I mean, but I like that. I like the extremeness about her too. So. But yeah, it should be a great one, man. Let's move on to the big one.
Yeah, and wait, before we move on there, if you guys. We haven't mentioned the two finale fighters. You guys let us know. Put your comments down and let us know who do you think is gonna win, and how do you think it's gonna go. We're gonna leave it at that. There's just so much to go on as far as fights. But you guys let us know who you think is gonna win, and we'll answer your questions, and we'll talk about it on the comments.
And moving on to UFC 200, This card, we're going to hit every single freaking fight. Because every single fight, all the way to the first fight on the freaking card, is great. So
yeah. So this starts off in UFC Fight Pass. It's at 6:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. And that's on UFC Fight Pass.
8 p.m. Fox Sports 1. That'll be for the regular prelims.
And then you have the pay-per-view.
Pay-per-view. Let's start it off. First fight. Jim Miller versus Takanori Gomi. This is a good fight. Jim Miller has looked like he's on his way down, but so has Takanori Gomi.
Yeah.
Both of them are veterans. I'm calling the barn burner. Takanori Gomi takes it by decision. That's how I see that one going. Back and forth, just destroying each other. 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think it's really hard between these two because they're like you said, they're both on a downhill right now. But I think Takanori Gomi is the one to win this. Yeah, and it's not gonna be a submission. I don't think he's gonna get a submission of Miller.
I just see it.
I don't see him knocking him out.
Going knockout or submission. I don't
Yeah, it's gonna be a decision win. I think so too. It's gonna be a decision win by Takanori Gomi, the Fireball Kid.
So we're both going with that one. All right. Next fight. This is a great fight.
Yeah, this is really good.
Gegard Mousasi versus Thiago Santos. Two beasts. And I was inclined to go with Thiago Santos. That dude can strike. But Gegard Mousasi can strike. He's a heck of a freaking kickboxer. But he's a heck of an MMA fighter. Just his all-around game is crazy. And I was thinking Thiago's gonna get a knockout or whatnot. But I can't, man. I'm going with Gegard Mousasi. I think Gegard, they strike. Once Gegard wants to go into the floor, he takes him down. I think Gegard submits him or ground and pounds him by the second round.
I'm gonna go with. I think Thiago Santos is gonna win it. That guy's a beast, man. Gerald Mousasi, Gerald is a beast too, and they're very even, and but I think that Thiago Santos is gonna get it, and it's probably gonna be a good kick on at the end of the second round. It's gonna take him down, and then he'll
he's a great striker. He has powerful hands and kicks.
Yeah, he'll give him a good kick, and then he's gonna ground and pound him to the mat.
All right, moving on to the next one. Diego Sanchez versus Joe Lozon.
Joe Lozon. I just finished watching Joe Lozon on the Ultimate Fighter season 5. Yeah.
He's a beast, but they're both Diego Sanchez and Joe Lozon haven't looked the same. They're both, I feel, on the way down. This is gonna be a tough one, man.
I think
I see happening. You know what I see happening for whatever reason, and I want to roll with Joe Lozon. But I see Diego because Diego's ground game is sick.
Yeah.
So I think Diego manages to keep it standing. You know he's a freaking maniac. I see him clipping Joe and knocking him out, man. I see it happen like the first round.
I think that's gonna be Diego's strategy, but I think Joe is actually gonna come on top on that and get a submission. He's gonna get a submission win on this early in the third. I can see it. Joe is just, he's sneaky. He's a sneaky type of a grappler, and you don't.
Oh yes.
The last second you don't notice, and all of a sudden you're tapping out. So I'm gonna go with Joe on this one.
Joe's good. So you got Joe by third round what?
Submission, third round.
Submission. I got Diego knocks him out the first round.
All right.
Let's move on to the next one here. The next one.
That's the Freedom.
Sage Northcutt is back the Super Saiyan.
The Super Saiyan, that's what we call him, the Super Saiyan.
Versus Enrique Marine. Sage, I don't want to be too hard on him. I mean, I don't like going like coming down on fighters like that. They have a hard job. Whether you're an MMA fighter, or boxer, kickboxer, Muay Thai. God damn it, you're going into a ring and you're bashing your face in with somebody else. It's the toughest sport out there. But I felt that fight, that last fight, I looked at his face. It looked like he was just like, I'm gonna quit. This guy hard, I'm quitting. That's what I got. I don't want to be too hard on him though. I mean, he's so young. I think this is he's gonna try to make a crazy comeback. I see him winning this fight. I think he takes him out the first round. He's gonna come out to ready to prove himself. Hopefully. I hope I'm not wrong, man. When I saw that last fight, I didn't like what I saw there, man. Just his facial expression before it was even sunk in or anything, it looked like he was just gonna quit. Like the fight got hard. Oh man, I'm tired. I'm thinking about quitting. And as soon as it got tough, I'm quitting. Like that's what I saw.
Yeah.
But I like Sage, man. I like Sage. I'm rolling with him, man. I think he gets a stoppage the first round.
I'm gonna go with Sage too, but I don't think it's gonna be a first round knockout. It's gonna be late second, if not early third. But I'm gonna stick with a late second round knockout because it's interesting that, and I like this fight because he lost by a submission, and he's fighting somebody that's really good on submissions too. So this is a challenge for him. You know, I don't think he's gonna come in, you know, guns blazing right away like he usually does. He's gonna be a little bit more careful that he doesn't waste his energy, and hopefully that's what he's learned to do since his last loss. He tired out. I hate to think that it was that he just quit, but he tired out, and that's when he got the lock and he tapped out really quickly. But there's a challenge. He's gonna get it. Patience is gonna be a virtue for him. He's got plenty of energy. He just gotta learn how to use it in the right spots, and he'll get a late second knockout win.
All right. Moving on. Another great fight, just like all of them. TJ Dillashaw, striking galore, great striking, great footwork. We all know TJ versus Rafael Santos. Rafael's a beast. That's another beast. But TJ is an animal, man. I think he picks him apart, bro. I think he picks him apart the same way he picked apart Barral, Renan Barral.
Yeah.
I think he lights him up, finishes him off like the second round. I think that's how I see it happening. I think TJ's an animal, man. I think he can come back and beat Dominic Cruz. TJ's a beast, man. They went. It was Dominic Cruz edged them out slightly to get his belt back. I see TJ taking the second round stoppage.
I think this. I got TJ Dillashaw on this, and I have him in the first round knockout. Yeah, I think it's a really good fight because it's evenly matched as well. But like you said, TJ is he's an animal right now. He's got a purpose, and he's got to make a statement. And first round knockout on the biggest pay-per-view is the right statement to make. So yeah, I got him by a first round knockout.
Yo, G, I'm so pumped right now. I'm going through the freaking card and I keep sliding down. I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait, bro. Woo. Next one up, Johnny Hendricks. Johnny Big Rig Hendricks versus Kelvin Gastelum. God damn, this is another good one, man. Two animals, bro. Johnny didn't look too good last time, but I mean, he fought Wonderboy Thompson. Dude was like 59 or 60 and 0 in kickboxing. He's this beast, striker galore. Two great wrestlers. Johnny's a better boxer to me. He has better hands, and he has more power. I think Johnny's gonna catch him with one of those shots that made him popular and stuff. When he just caught them and knocked them out, make him pretty much fly back at 2 feet. I think he catches Kelvin Gastelum with that in the first round, knocks him out. That's I'm seeing Johnny coming back to prove himself. I think he knocks out Kelvin in the first round. Kelvin.
When I saw the last fight and I wasn't really impressed with Johnny anymore. Like, I noticed the flare is coming off. I'm gonna go with Kelvin on this one, and I think Kelvin is gonna be able to get a good hit in around the third round and take him out with a TKO, technical knockout.
We shall see. I mean, Johnny Hendricks hasn't really looked the same, but I think he's still there, man. Let's see. I think he comes in to prove himself. I just see him knocking him out the first round. Next fight.
These two girls.
Next fight, G. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alpha Cat Zingano versus Juliana, the Venezuelan Big Sin Pena. Wow, this is a good one, man. Juliana Pena is like Nisha's one of Nisha's best friends. She trains Nisha. She's a beast, man. She's ferocious. Kazingano's another beast, though. Man, this is a top-notch fight right there, women's fight. I like the both, but I like Cat now. I think it goes to the third round and Cat rocks her and finishes off either TKO stoppage or she submits her after she rocks her. I'm rolling with Cat on this one.
I don't think Juliana's gonna get taken. I don't think she's gonna lose by TKO. She'll probably lose by decision. I'm gonna go with Cat Zingano, but it's gonna be by decision. It's gonna be a tough fight. Juliana's a tough chick, man. I mean,
she comes to fight, man.
Man, and they beat the crap out of her. Cause she likes to work the ground, work the ground, and she gets clobbered down there just because she's so focused and trying to get you in a submission, and she doesn't care. She's a tough girl, really really pretty girl too. But I got Cat on this. I'm really hoping Cat Zingano gets this win, and but I think it's gonna be by decision. Juliana's just too tough for her to go down.
All right. I mean, these are close fights, man. These are top notch, facing top notch here.
Now we go to the pay-per-view.
Yeah, the first fight of the pay-per-view is going to be Cain Velasquez versus Travis Brown. That's what we're moving on to right now. So, Cain Velasquez versus Travis Brown. This is a good fight. Two top-notch guys, but I just think it's going to be vintage Cain Velasquez, man. Vintage. What we see pretty much what he did to Junior Dos Santos the second and third fight. What he did to Bigfoot. Just vintage Cain. I just see him freaking smothering him. Dirty boxing up against the freaking cage. Uppercut. I think he finishes him in the second round. I don't think Travis makes it out in the second round versus Cain. I think we're going to see vintage Cain on this one.
I think so too. I think Cain Velasquez is going to win this. I don't think it's going to be a second. I think it's going to be a third as well.
Third?
Yeah. Third round.
How do you see it? Do you think he's going to be dominating like he used to be? Like what you saw versus freaking Brock and Dos Santos?
Yeah, I mean, Travis Brown is probably going to try and use his, his weight against him. He's got a little bit more weight than Cain does. But also with the weight comes the the stamina. So once Cain gets on you, and you're gonna tire out, and towards the third, that's why I'm thinking towards the third, he's just gonna start hammering down, and it's gonna rain on your parade.
Yeah, because you know Kane has sick freaking stamina, man, and he's not fighting like the other time in Mexico City with freaking elevation is insane.
Yeah, yeah.
He's fighting in freaking Las Vegas. His stamina's gonna be right back to normal, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna be sick. I see a dominating win for him. Next fight, great fight, man.
On this one, I've heard a lot of people. As lately, I've heard a lot of people going against Jose Aldo, and I've also heard some people say some things about Frankie Edgar. He's saying that maybe he's not as good as he thinks he is. Things like that, but
I disagree, man. If anybody's doubting Frankie Edgar, man,
yeah, I don't agree with that either. I think Frankie Edgar is very good as he thinks he is, but I gotta say, Jose Aldo is just that's Jose Aldo, man.
I mean, Jose Aldo, he's a beast. To me, Jose Aldo is the overall better striker. Frankie is the better boxer. Frankie has better footwork. He's implemented the boxing footwork into MMA with MMA distance. Frankie has better stamina, very high IQ. He's a great fighter, heck of a chin. You can drop him and he gets right back up.
Yeah, but this is another thing that same thing that I mentioned with Sage. It's probably gonna be the same thing that happens here with Jose, where he's gonna be a little bit more careful on the first round than he was the last time that he was in the ring.
Remember, this is a championship fight for the interim belt.
Yeah.
This is a 5-round man, and Frankie does not tire. This dude has, and Jose Aldo's known to tire after like the 3rd round.
Yeah.
Man, I think Frankie takes this. I think Frankie knocks him out like the 3rd or 4th round. Frankie is on an upswing. He's doing great. Man, I see him win this fight.
That's possible, but I just can't go against Aldo. I don't think he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna get a third round knockout just because he's gonna be a little bit more careful. But he's gonna get a third.
It should be interesting if he uses his devastating leg kicks like he used to.
Yeah.
It should be interesting. I mean, they fought once, and Jose Aldo did win, but it was a close fight, and I actually thought that Frankie Edgar won that fight. I think Frankie Edgar finishes the fight this time, man. But it could go either way. This is a great fight.
Yeah.
Really, nobody really knows who the heck's going to win this fight. That's just how I see it. You see 3rd round stoppage for Jose Aldo? He wins it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going Frankie Edgar 3rd or 4th round. I just think his pace and his freaking boxing and his footwork. Oh my God, he doesn't tire out, man. But this is a toss-up. All these fights are toss-up. So
it's probably one of the hardest DraftKings bets that you're gonna do.
Yeah, it's a tough one. I think we're gonna be pretty damn even also. I mean, the odds there. Moving on, my girl Misha Cupcake Tate versus Amanda the Lioness Nunes. Misha Tate takes it from me. This is 5 rounds. Gia, you've seen how the Lioness gasses out by the end of the 2nd round. I'm talking about she was lost in the 3rd round. She was lost to Shevchenko, and Shevchenko's a nasty striker. Man, I can see her. I mean, I can see her. She has very good striking. She has power, so she could knock out Misha in the 1st, 2nd round. But man, Misha is hard to finish. I see Misha taking us like the 3rd, 4th round. I see a completely gassed Lioness, and Misha straight up finishing the fight in the 4th round by TKO stoppage or submission.
I see another. I see an armbar coming on the 4th.
On 4 for Cupcake also?
Yeah, I don't think Amanda's ready yet. She's coming up too fast, and it's gonna be her stop. This is gonna be her stop, not definitive stop, but her stop to for her to get grounded again and work some more. She's still got some time. I mean, she's only had 16 fights or so. So
yeah, she has 16 fights. Yeah, she has 12 wins, 4 losses.
Yeah, so and I'm pretty sure it's that's her problem, her stamina. And Misha,
I just think Misha's just overall better. The only way I see if Amanda can take it is gonna be a first or second round knockout. She can knock somebody out.
Yeah.
But, it's Misha. I don't see it happening.
Misha's got Misha's got the experience of 5-round fights. She has no quit. She's done plenty of them.
No quit.
So
even when she loses, the first thing she's thinking about is coming back.
Yeah.
To fight you. She's not on no Ronda Rousey. I want to kill myself and gone for who knows how long. No, she's thinking right away. I want to come back. I want to fight. I want to beat that person. If I can fight her again, I want to rematch.
Yeah.
Misha's just sick, man. Moving on to the next fight. This is the big one. It's actually overshadowing the main event.
Hey, and we like to take this moment to thank the UFC and the WWE for working this out and getting this to happen. This is a great thing.
Brock is smart. Brock put that in his contract with WWE that he can do this.
Yeah.
So Brock is a smart dude. He has a smart team working for him, man. This guy, and I can just imagine how much he's getting paid, man. But Brock Lesnar, Return of Brock, the animal, the beast, versus Mark Super Samoan Hunt. Hey, Brock, I respect everything you've done. I think it was his third fight. I think the fourth. He knocked out Randy Couture and finished him on the ground, down pound, and won the freaking belt. Defended it 2 times, I think. Man, you gotta give props to him. And he's an official. This is not no CM Punk stuff or nothing like this. This guy's official. NCAA Division I champion. He's an official athlete. He went to try out for the Vikings, almost made it. This dude's official. Everybody knows he's official. But I think Mark Hunt knocks him out, man. I think Mark Hunt knocks him out the first round. Like 3 or 4 minutes into it, Mark Hunt, he's the hardest hitter in heavyweight, point blank.
Have you seen?
He's crazy.
And I think this is the fittest I've seen Mark Hunt.
You saw that? It looks like he has freaking abs. It's like the abs are coming through, bro. I was like, get that out of here.
I remember there was a fight, which is what came to mind, that when Mark Hunt was into the second round and he was dying, like not because of the hits or anything. It's just he couldn't move. He was so tired. And now it's totally different person. I don't think. And I think that should be Brock's strategy. I don't recommend Brock to stand there and just try to trade with Mark Hunt. It's not a good idea to trade with Mark Hunt. I mean, Brock's got some power behind him, but he's also got to use that NCAA wrestling ability that he's got. He's a natural beast, which is why he's the beast incarnate. You know, he's a monster. He's a natural monster.
You know what it is? I can see him. I can see him going boom fast for a takedown, slam him, and just turn Mark Hunt's face into pole. I can see that happening.
Yeah,
happened to Mark Hunt before.
That's what he would have to do.
His takedown defense has gotten better. He's like in the best shape I've ever seen him in. So I mean, Brock can win this. I just can't see it. I see Mark just his takedown defense being on point. His level, his body, his build, is freaking pretty much the way his body shaped everything to gravity and stuff. It's gonna be hard to freaking take him down. He's not like a tall dude. He's, you know what I'm saying? He has all that size here. His takedown defense is good. Man, I just think he's gonna knock him the heck out, bro. I think the first one that Brock feels, boom, Brock is just gonna turn it up and drop on the floor or something like that. But it's crazy because Brock, he has freaking loaf of bread fists, bro. I don't know if you've seen the video.
Yeah.
They have the 5X gloves and it doesn't fit him. They have to modify it for him. I've seen fights where he I think it was Heath, what's his name? I forgot his name. I know his name was Heath. The heavyweight, he was a top notch heavyweight. Brock freaking, I think he rocked him and dropped him with like a freaking jab, like a power jab. Boom! He's a beast, but man, I'm going to Mark, Super Samoan. He knocks him out the first round. What do you think's gonna happen?
I do think it's gonna be a first round. Somebody's getting knocked out in the first or early in the second. But I'm gonna stick with Brock in this one. I'm thinking if Brock uses a strategy that I think that he's gonna try and use, it will work for him. He's gotta take him down. He's gotta smother the hell out of him and just beat him to a pulp while he's on the ground. Don't work him, and don't do a trade by trade kind of thing. Standing up, he's strong. He's strong enough to take some of Mark's hits, but not all of Mark's hits. And we all know how hard Mark hits. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Brock, but I'm gonna say that early second is gonna be a knockout.
All right, and moving on to the main event, man. The main event, and I think I know who you're gonna go with.
Who?
I'm gonna say it before you say it, but I think you're going with DC.
DC?
I like DC a lot.
I do like DC.
I think you're going with DC.
I do like DC a lot. The thing is,
and we're talking about guys for whoever doesn't follow, I guess, MMA. This is DC Daniel Cormier versus John Bones Jones. This is what we're talking about in the main event, man. This is gonna be a great freaking fight.
I think the thing with
let's hear you first. Who do you think's taking this, and how is it gonna happen?
I think the problem here is that John Bones Jones has had his problems. DC has backed out of a few fights because of injuries and stuff. So it's already filled with butts. You know what I mean? And I hope that whoever wins this does not bring a butt at the end of the fight, as an excuse. There should be no excuses on this. I'm thinking DC's has gotten smarter. His fighting, and not just all wrestling. Bones Jones, I saw him training, and he's still ridiculous. But I just don't like John Bones Jones. I don't like his attitude. I heard him talking about how he doesn't even care about the interim belt. He could care less about it. There's one thing that I don't like about any kind of sport is you don't disrespect the belt. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a trashy belt. You just gotta. That's something that's used as a sign of pride, a sign of respect towards you, being a champion. So, him just thinking of the interim belt as just trash, and he doesn't care about it. Oh, well, he can't wait to have the take DC's belt and take care of it and make sure nobody else gets it, and that he's gonna retire with it. That's all good and well, but it's just it kind of leaves a sour taste in my mouth. So I think DC is gonna win this, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be a KO, but he's gonna show some stand up skills, and he's gonna take him down towards the third round and submit John Bones Jones.
I mean, DC has a better boxing, but Jones has a better Muay Thai. And has a reach. How I see it happening, I like DC, but I'm a big John Bones Jones fan. I see Jones winning this, most likely 4 rounds to 1. But it's so weird because I see him winning it like that, but I don't see it being like how do I tell you? You saw DC versus Gustafsson fight. That was a great war.
Yeah.
I see it some way kind of like that, but Bones Jones still manages 4 out of 5 rounds. That's how I see it. I don't see a stoppage here. I see it going all 5 rounds, like the first fight, and I see it going pretty much like the first fight, 4-1. But the rounds are gonna be closer. I feel like they're really gonna go at it even better this time. I think DC will come out with a better strategy. But I just think John Bones Jones is too good, man.
And DC
decision win 4 to 5 rounds in a great war.
And DC can't let that happen, because that's the problem. He can't just stay there and let because of his reach. He can do whatever he wants with that reach. And you can't play with him that way, because that's how he can get you and get his wins. Sooner or later, he might get a shot where it's gonna, get you really bad, and he's gonna take advantage of it and knock you out if he can. But if he doesn't and he wins by decision, guess what? He won by decision. He won. He doesn't care. So it's just a matter of how you're gonna play it against John Bones Jones. You can't work from the outside, especially at DC's height and reach. You can't do that.
So crazy that Bones Jones' reach is so insane that he can. I've seen him use his elbow like a jab. Did you remember when he fought Sugar Rashad Evans?
Yeah.
He's like this, and Rashad was not expecting that, and he would throw his jab, his elbows like a jab forward. That was so crazy, and he rocked. He caught Rashad Evans with a couple of those, and one of them actually rocked him. Rashad was like, wow, he's so, Bones Jones is so diverse. You don't know what's gonna come.
Yeah.
Is it gonna be a spinning elbow? Is it gonna be an elbow up? Is it gonna be an elbow forward? You don't know what the hell he's gonna do. I he takes it, man. I think John Bones Jones is on his way. I still consider Anderson Silva the greatest of all time in MMA, but John Bones Jones is on his way up there. It's like right there. Man, John Jones takes it to me. I think this is, but it'll be an even better fight than the last time.
Yeah,
but I see him winning.
If DC, I said it. If DC does not work the inside, he's gonna lose. It's a given. The guy's got 84-inch reach. 84-inch reach. That's like a damn eagle.
He's gonna have like a foot advantage in striking, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's just
he can literally go like this, and DC can be punching him, and DC's punches are in like around
one reach. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's crazy, man.
But this card is really, really good. I think the key matches here would be Northcutt, Aldo, and I would say Hunt, because it's a big opportunity for Hunt. If he knocks the hell out of Brock Lesnar, even though Brock Lesnar hasn't been around for a while, but I don't like excuses anyway. If you got in, you got in for a reason, and you shouldn't have excuses behind it. But it's a big opportunity for Hunt if he gets a knockout on Lesnar. It's a comeback for both Aldo and Northcutt too. So if that works out, those are the 3 fights that I'm looking at. That's gonna be one of those really exciting matches, because you're really rooting for these guys to do really well, but you don't know what's gonna happen.
Oh my god! Oh my god! No! Breaking news! Oh no! John Jones won't fight Daniel Cormier in UFC 200 due to possible anti-doping violation. Dana White announces.
Oh my God. You see, this is isn't this what I mentioned all the time? Like, I hope nobody gets hurt or something. Nobody gets caught with something. It's just.
Come on.
So in the case that this does actually happen, Dana White.
Now it backfired. They should have left freaking McGregor on that card. Man. Goodness gracious. And you know what it is? It could be some dumb crap like he took ibuprofen or some dumb thing like that. That's getting ridiculous already, man.
Yeah, Fox Sports UFC. They tweeted a few minutes ago. Dana White found out within the last couple of hours, hasn't spoken to John Jones or his camp since then. So who would?
Crazy. It could be the dumbest crap. It could be even you see GNC supplements.
Yeah.
They have something that's banned. Yo, supposedly the list of banned substances is so long that the majority of them don't even know what the heck is in it. Like it's crazy. Oh man. I really hope they do something about this. You cannot take the main event off of that event. Come on.
That is just crazy. Well, let's say it does happen. Who do we replace him with? Anthony Johnson?
I don't think so. Anthony Johnson was supposed to be out of his fight with Glover Teixeira. That was a reset for another day because he has some family problems, something going on.
Gustafson?
Man, I just think it's gonna be scratched.
It can't be scratched. It's gotta be. No, there's gotta be a replacement.
Watch it be some dumb crap. Watch. Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if Cowboy Cerrone takes it. He takes everything last minute.
But you know what gets me pissed? I wouldn't be surprised if it's some dumb crap. Like you say, BJ Penn. Oh yeah. I took an IV. I didn't even know about it. But you took an IV.
Well, that happened to the Empress, the WPC women's boxing champ. The night before, she took ibuprofen for a headache that she had, and she didn't know. Yeah,
how can things like that? Like, come on, man.
So what about Gustafson? You think Gustafson will be put in?
I don't know, man. He's gonna have to cut down to 205 in 3 days or so.
Yeah. Well, there's breaking news for you guys. That is Fight Rant. We'll have something to argue about later. Hopefully this changes up. We still have a few days. We have 2 days before that pay-per-view, so we'll see what happens then.
Yep. And this is Fight Rant. This is Franklin and GI, and we're out. And leave your comments, leave feedback, any topics you want us to hit on. Fight Rant at YouTube. Follow us there also. We're on Twitter.
We have our Instagram as well.
Instagram also. We'll have it up there on our video here on YouTube. Yeah, it's a wrap, man. Let's hope that they can work something out, and it's not some dumb crap that he took some ibuprofen or some dumb thing like that. They can add him back onto the card. But next time, hopefully we'll have Lee back on also. He's in the process of moving. I was in the process of moving. That's why we had a little layoff here. Yeah. But thanks so much for following, and that's Fight Rant.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night.
We're out.